Hello everybody, welcome back to my Disco Elysium playthrough. This is episode number 25. 25 episodes. I really didn't think I'd play it this much. I didn't know what to expect when I started. I tend to be quite bad for not really looking into the game that I'm playing or checking how long it might be or anything like that. I just like to go in blind. And I think overall that's worked well for this experience. But yeah, I think we've got quite a lot left to get through. Which is good. It's been really fun to play this alongside other games that I've been playing, other streams that I've been doing over at twitch.tv/ad_ad_ad. And a quick reminder, if you want to watch any of the stuff that I've done over on Twitch in the past, maybe there are other games you're like, I think Disco Elysium's all right, like watching Ad play Disco Elysium's all right, but I'd love to see him try this or that or whatever. Then head over to the YouTube. If you just search for ad_ad_ad, you can find playlists of all of the games that I've played. Portal 2 I recently completed, obviously absolutely adored that. I've been doing some Goose Goose Duck with friends. Supermarket Simulator obviously went wild and everybody was playing that recently. Octodad, Game Dev Tycoon, some classic games that I've only just got around to playing on stream. And of course my big playlist of Disco Elysium, where we've got 24 videos there. But I've played quite a few games. I've been streaming for just over 2 years. Yeah, there's quite a lot to get through. Also, there's some just chatting streams, which you've probably got no interest in, but I'm not actually playing any games on those. It's mostly just chatting and interacting with the people in the chat. I've got Shersh's Stuff, which is an interactive quiz, interactive game show where viewers get in touch and send me photos or even come live on the stream to talk about their retro tech or vintage gaming things, talk about school stuff, comic collections, books, toys, all sorts of stuff. I wasn't planning on doing a big promo for me, but here we are. Anyway, back to Disco Elysium. This seems really loud in my ears. Maybe it's not too bad. I'm excited. The last episode we did, episode 24, we met the mega rich person in the shipping container. And we now got loads of money and we're getting an agent. There's all sorts of stuff happening. So I reckon we just get straight back in. Start playing. Apologies for, I put the video out on a Wednesday last week, thinking that I would do another one for the Friday. But I actually forgot that I had my niece visiting from Australia. And it's just been very busy. But here we are, another Friday episode. I might try and do 2 next week, but I've learned not to make any promises. Here we go. So, right at the end of the last episode, we came here because we wanted to see if any work on the statue had been done. And there is some very shoddy scaffolding. Let's have a little reminder of our tasks. I might even turn off my camera so you can see properly. So, let's go from right at the start. Sing karaoke. One of the first tasks I ever got in this game is to get hold of a sad song tape and sing in the Whirling in Rags. I haven't achieved that yet. Who put the clothes in the trash? It's like a locked one. Get 2 signatures is something I'm working on. I've really got to try and persuade Lillian, is it? To sign that document. I've got to ask Classier about Sunday night, but I need to do it when Kim's gone to bed, and it is... What time is it? 4:15 in the morning, in the afternoon, so we've got to wait for a bit for that. Get the whole story from Titus. That's about convincing the Hardy Boys to tell you the whole story. Now, I think I need to get some more skill points and things like that before I'm going to be able to do that. Become a Man of Plenty. Did it. But I do need to discuss the reconceptualization with Idiot Doom Spiral. I love the names in this. If I put my camera back on now, yeah. Spirit is eternal. Horrific Necktie is getting ready for the end game. For the love of God, do not remove it till the magic happens. Am I still wearing that? I don't actually know if I'm wearing that. I'm not. Yeah, I should put it back on in case that actually helps with that. Never know. Let's put that back on. The Dolores Day stuff. Don't have any tasks here, but I need to offer figurines. So I'm guessing I need to find some figurines. Unless I've got some and I'm totally forgetting. Let's have a quick look at what items we've got. No, we've got no figurines there. Unless... Oh, that is literally a figurine. Interesting. Maybe we go back to the church and try and offer that up, even though it doesn't strictly look like we've got a task here to tick. Sorry, here. Get reality lowdown. You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. Okay, well, I guess we could always go back and ask them. Missing insects. Find out the real reason why the trap was empty. Local kids might know. I'd forgotten about that one. Right, so we need to go back over to the other side and speak to some kids. I reckon we go back to the other side. Maybe we do the church stuff. We do need to try and get the signature again. But again, I think I need some skill points. I think this today is just going to be a case of walking around, interacting with some people. Maybe some people I haven't spoken to for a while. There might be some new interactions to be had. And just seeing how we get on. Try and kill some time as well, because we'd like Kim to go to bed. Should we chat to some, see if there are any opportunities, any different interactions with any of these lot? I doubt there will be, but let's try. We haven't tried this guy for a while. No. What about this guy?
Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending.
These are all grayed out, aren't they?
Maybe you could even knock that Kowalson crane over using some remote controls.
No. Okay, we're not going to come back up here to Measurehead, even though that box behind Measurehead is something I do want to have a little look in at some point. And let's try this guy.
Hello, compatriot. You have something to discuss?
No. No new options there. What about the guy here, leaning? Let's try. And maybe we'll speak to those two again.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man.
Can't do that.
What's on your mind?
Nothing. Let's try these people.
That ride is fucking lightning.
Thank you.
Hey, piss. Look who it is.
See ya. No new interactions available there. What about these people? Do you remember when I gave them their shot put back? Come on.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I head the citizens' militia on this fine day?
I don't think that's necessary. Well, let's press it. You mentioned Jean-Marie Bialot. Bolu. It's probably Bolu. I was trying to get into my French zone. I've got a French zone in my head. I didn't want to tell you about it.
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Is he going to keep playing while I'm here? Chuck one of those balls at me. That is going to hurt.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston.
Gaston.
Let her rest in peace.
I had one of those nights last night where I went to bed early and then couldn't sleep, and then ended up like tossing and turning, and then ended up going to sleep later than I probably would have done if I just stayed up. Very annoying.
His tone lacks its usual intensity, like he doesn't feel he has the right to speak on the matter.
So you both know her?
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4.
I think we're just going to need to do some of these chats. Hopefully we end up with more XP. Because actually, let's have a look here. 75 experience points. I'd like to get into a situation where we've got 2 skill points available.
She was René's first girl back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
Oh my god. Easy fellows, no need for this to get ugly. Do not intervene. Yeah, do not intervene.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You,
Tall veteran looks at you and nods.
no point starting this all over again. For the thousandth and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer,
What happened to her?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage, peaceful.
I was just seeing the animation of the balls. Is it always the same shot? Does it hit that one and then rolls into this spot here? Some things aren't important.
René and I were both by her bedside when she...
died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back. Will it now?
departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
A quick grimace of pain passes over René's features, but he immediately regains control. His face now a dispassionate mask again.
It is the same animation each time. So we've achieved something. We now know that it's the same animation for the Petonk, Boule, whatever it is. Why do you think she was so indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry.
Oh,
She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
it's a bit odd.
Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
He suddenly remembers you are still there, falls silent, and turns away.
Thanks for sharing.
Of course, officer.
Another 5 XP.
Memories are all we have left.
That was good because I had the option to leave before and I got an extra 5 XP by doing that. Should we do this? Should we just talk some more? I'm just kind of just wanting to boost the XP up.
Sweet, sweet Jenny.
No, there's nothing to say. Right, I can't do, I'm not going to do that. Let's go. All right. I am wondering, do we go straight back over to the church now? Oh, Kim. Kim went a different way. Very sprightly. Right. Map. Church. Let's go straight to the church and see if I can do anything with that figurine. I don't think I'm going to be able to, but also we haven't been in the church for ages. We loved the church. We had a good time. Good memories. Also love how the church looks. Really very cool. Right. So, can I offer the figurine?
Of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body.
Looks like I can't give this figurine to her
Why?
because she's a stained glass window.
That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else?
Oh, what? Is the task still on?
I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things already.
I feel like did I click these before because they were grayed out?
Only a strange little sadness remains. The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
Oh, let's turn away. Fine. Okay. Let's have another chat with this person. Anything to be said? No. Don't worry, don't worry. Chill out, chill out, chill out. What about the person in the dark? Any sign of them? Just press a bit of tab to see if there's anything to click on. Let's see what Kim has to say.
Yes?
Nothing. Okay. Out we go. Right, well that's annoying. The figurine thing didn't work there. Now, we've got to look for local children. Were there any other local... We sort of had a big scout around here for local children. I'm wondering how local they mean. Could we go abroad? Not abroad. When I say abroad, I meant back to the other side of the map. But I can't think of any children we've seen there. We saw the child outside the library who we spoke to. They didn't give us anything. Was the child in this little hut? Was she there last time? I'm really sorry to forget what we've done, but it's been like a week and a half. I don't think there's any other options.
Mister, what were you doing in my fireplace?
There was a phasmid in it. I was trying to catch it.
Oh. Okay.
No more options. Annoying. Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya. Thought I was going to get some more stuff, more options there. Right. See if the kids have got anything to say today.
The scruffy-haired little boy.
No. Let's see what my options are with Isabel.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night.
Suggestion to do that. Okay, so 90 skill points. Are there any other conversations to be had? What about with this woman?
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and those waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
That's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way.
Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
It's a sign of the carnage to come, the great culling. I wasn't feeling it. It was an accident, I'm sorry. I got drunk and apparently drove it into the sea. An official investigation has been launched by me to determine that. Let's just say I got drunk and drove it in.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
You're suggesting we honour the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
What an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history.
I'm up for
We
this.
should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Alright, I'm in. Organising a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
Oh. It's a pity we don't do more frivolous side activities like rejuvenate the doomed commercial area or...
Yes, that is a pity. But for now, let's focus on the things we do get to do.
Damn.
Like the murder investigation, for example.
What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
What else?
I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic insular Indian cuisine.
Is that enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her. This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Walking on the beach sounds quite romantic.
Oh, very. Finding pieces of glass, bits of wood. Every once in a while we get dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once.
Wow.
What else? Bottles, drugs also, lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass. Very romantic.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
I need to know about these human bodies.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer.
Oh.
I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Yeah, maybe stay clear of the things reminding her of the floater she used to be married to. Just saying.
She needs to go on a date with another drunk badly. Kim. Okay, so I could come back and try and get on a date, but the chances are pretty low. We've said all this stuff, so we're going to leave. Didn't even get any XP for that, everyone. What's the point? What's the point in any conversation unless you're going to get XP? I wish you could do that in real life. What am I going to get out of this? That's what you've got to think before any interaction. What am I going to get out of this? I don't mean that. I'm sorry. I take it all back. Right. Right. Should we speak to whatever this person's name is again, who I've forgotten? Because we went and we had a look at the statue, and now we've come back.
Tequila Sunset.
So, I checked out the Horseback Monument.
No one does it better than me, eh?
Great voice, this person.
I was able to get it all together, and so fast, too. No wonder I used to be an industry leader. Listen, I can feel it in my guts. A bright future awaits you. The one and only Tequila Sunset. You're already building great brand equity. No doubt the profits will come rolling in shortly.
Sorry about that, everyone. I just tried to move my OBS screen and ended up moving the game. No doubt the profits will come in rolling in. That's it. It's just a bunch of scaffolding.
Of course not. Your trademark will be all over it as soon as the workers can get to it. The strike's holding them up. Not much I can do about that.
I'm really sorry for the lack of my OBS, which is the recording system, like the software that I use to stream and to record, has just moved a load of panels to a different position. And this is not ideal. How do I put that back? View. Oh. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Forget it. Forget it. Just leave it. Oh, that's quite good, actually. Let's leave it like that. Okay, cool. All right. Sorry, everybody. Continue.
I guarantee the papers will pick it up once it's all finished. With photos and everything. You'll be the talk of the town. Investing into the community, creating value, giving back.
I wonder what the newspapers might say. All right. I trust you to deliver the final product. Yeah, we've got to continue.
Don't spend a single brain cell worrying about it. Just leave it all to me. The final outcome will be spectacular. Just takes a little time. Anything else?
I don't want to hear any more stories right now. Let's check the task. What do we do? Check back on the monument reconceptualization later. Okay, how later? Who knows? Missing insects when you speak to kids. Can't do that. Can't do that. Nothing's going on here. Can't really do this or this until we've got. So maybe I do need to speak to him about names and stories just to get some points.
What's in a name?
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Don't call Abigail!
Perfect.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George. But around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder slash...
We've had this, haven't we?
Partner at a high concept creative...
Second thought, I've heard enough.
So you don't want to just hear the same story again?
No. Have you got any more stories?
I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift.
Let's just give it.
Classy.
Give the red wine.
The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Martinez. That said, I first heard it from a former bicycle courier in Koran. There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the exact nature or identity of the phenomenon.
Are you telling the story of the headless...
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary.
Don't ruin it, Rosemary.
Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude Hett is walking home from a late shift at the harbor. It's almost midnight. She stops for a cigarette near the canal.
The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. The lights of a passing motor carriage bloom and fade in the distance. In the harbor's dark, her cigarette is a beacon, dancing alone. The image comes to you effortlessly, as though you'd walked the same streets yourself 1,000 times.
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides. What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see?
A horse?
Well, yes, but it's the man on the horse that's of interest.
Oh.
A man with no head on his shoulders, wearing a found tracksuit, searching for the legendary found cap that went missing when he lost his head.
Wait, I thought the Headless Found Rider rode a bull, showing the figurine.
I thought that he rode a headless pig.
Oh.
Well, there are many versions of this story, the most peculiar of which has the Headless Found Rider riding on the back of another headless man.
I like that. That's super spooky.
Yes. According to legend, young Gertrude Het had to endure years of psychotherapy before she was able to look at a horse or tracksuit again. And she's one of the lucky ones. Gertrude Het may have been the first to witness the Headless Found Rider, but she wasn't the last. Oh no.
I'm 25 episodes in, and I think I'm just realizing a good tactic, because quite often with this game, I will see the text, read it really quickly, and then have to sit and wait for the person to say it. And I found that a little bit frustrating, because I think, as I've said before, if I wasn't recording this and wanting you guys to be able to hear everything, I would just click through stuff a lot faster. So instead, just then, I decided to actually look at the character and listen, and it was more enjoyable. 25 episodes in.
Tell him about the two feminists by the locks.
So rather than reading it, it's a bit like captions. I know a lot of people like subtitles when they're watching shows nowadays, especially if, you know, there's lots of other sound design in a program, or you've got lots of people talking at the same time. But I just find that it's great for accessibility, but sometimes it can kind of spoil the way the thing's delivered, because I'll read what they're saying ahead of time, and then they'll deliver it. And the impact of how the actor has delivered the line is lost for me, because I've already read what they're about to say. But obviously it can be really useful as well. But anyway, let's see if I can stick with this tactic.
Fuck, Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this stuff.
This wouldn't be the De Ponte Delgado case, would it?
What? You know it?
I've read the case file, but please, go on.
Right. Early autumn of 46. Ula de Ponte and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun has set. The wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above. The first cold rain of the season.
Two women stand on a small outcropping of rocks. One of them is wearing a purple raincoat. Thin lines reach out from the rods into the sea. Small droplets start appearing on the surface with increasing frequency.
The women are caught in the downpour. They act quickly. Eva gathers the rods whilst Ula turns around to reach for the tackle box.
Don't turn around. Don't turn around.
Unless you want to hear my heart breaking.
When she sees something. Her shriek is so violent that the residents of the nearby apartment building believe lightning has struck. But there is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the Headless Found Rider looming on the horizon. Ula makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock.
Eva!
And disappears into the cold, cold canal with nary a sound.
Dear.
Her body is never recovered.
What did the case file say, Kim?
Naturally, Ula de Ponte became the prime suspect in the disappearance of Eva Delgado. De Ponte maintained that it was the so-called Headless Fallen Rider and that she ran, fearing for her life.
I mean, nobody would believe that.
During the investigation, it became apparent that there was a love triangle, the third party being some small-time businessman. I don't remember the exact details. The leading theory was that an argument broke out on the jetty and De Ponte pushed Delgado into the canal, then cooked up this stupid cover story.
Was she arrested?
No. She committed suicide before she could be taken into custody. They found her in the bathroom with a rifle, her face slowly peeling off the ceiling. Not a pretty scene.
Man, that's some grisly detail. Oh well. Here's to another case closed. Anyway, that's the story of the Headless Fallen Rider.
I enjoyed that.
Pretty crazy, huh?
Who was the rider though before he died? Do you know?
Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. No one knows for sure. There are a couple of possibilities, though. Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides, searching for his lost-found cap, plotting revenge.
O headless brother, where art thou?
Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline.
Wow.
Even decapitation couldn't stop his commitment to the sport. Are you that committed?
Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree, and the fall was so violent that his head came clean off. Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day. But then, no one really knows.
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
I've got a hunch that it was the undercover cop. I'd want revenge too. I bet it was the jockey. He seems super committed to his sport. I've got to agree your theory sounds the most plausible. None of these really sound plausible, to be honest. Let's say it's the cop.
That would explain the tracksuit and his need for revenge. Not sure how the horse fits in, though. I don't know. I don't buy it.
Okay.
Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories?
That's nothing. I've got an even crazier story.
Yeah? Why don't you go eat shit, Tequila? There's no way you know a better one than that.
The gnome of Jeroma dissolves its victims with acid.
Acid gnomes? Sounds like a stupid, low-concept band name.
Fine. Well, I've already seen some weird shit in this case. A headless jockey in a tracksuit fits right in.
Hard to argue with that, I suppose.
That's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it, then blam! It throws some wild shit at you. That's why it's critical to stay well hydrated.
Okay, whatever became of the headless Fallen Rider?
No one knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to this day, and can be seen near the canal when the clock strikes midnight.
Ooh. Have I ever been up at midnight? I think I'm always heading to bed before 10.
He won't, though, because it's just a stupid legend.
I wonder if we get to see this.
Aye. I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
No, we didn't get any XP from that, did we? Should we ask for any other more urban myths?
I actually do have one. The strangest of them all.
Oh, I've already given you enough
But
alcohol. I've read it ahead again.
Fortify myself before I can tell that.
I'm not giving you more of my alcohol.
Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some story juice.
I'm going to say no for now.
It's very hard to tell a story when one's mouth is dry.
Okay, bye. I didn't get any XP from that, which is... Need 5 more. I want to see if I can try and get this thing signed. Okay, let's give the medicinal. Let's keep going.
Tequila Sunset. Wonderful.
Medicinal spirit?
No, no, no. Contrary to popular belief, I enjoy
okay.
being alive.
Alright, don't have any on me.
If you find any.
Bye. Right, we'll buy some alcohol from the shop. We're so close to having enough to do another skill point. The thing is, should we be pushing the Hardies, or should we... I kind of feel like pushing this and then getting back over with the signatures. Anyway. Let's buy some alcohol right now. Ooh, over here, sorry. Let's go to the shop and buy some alcohol. Have I got any tear while I'm here? Let's have a look. Probably not worth anything. Those early days when I needed the cash, it was worth it. Worth doing.
The tear machine stands in the corner.
We got any?
Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Ridiculous. Hello.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
What kind of discounts can a man with net worth get in here?
That's teen speak for no.
Okay.
No, she couldn't be more unbothered by your question.
Okay.
Excuse us. My partner here, of course, knows that net worth is not legal tender.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you tell us anything about this reality we're in?
Reality? You mean what reality? Economic reality?
Yeah. Tell me about the economic reality.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
15 is an excellent time to learn about the economic reality.
Yeah, that's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess, like, that's economic.
Fine, what about the physical reality then?
I don't know. What about it?
Where are we?
We're in Frit.
No, I mean, where are we on a larger scale?
As mankind, or as a nation, or...
As a mankind?
In a good place. I mean, science is doing great, and this radio computer thing seems to be kinda big. I don't know.
What time is it?
I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
What's the revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and demand democracy.
Well, what about the one we had here in Revachol?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this.
It's alright.
At history, I mean.
What about the coalition? What's that? Someone told me there is one.
Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
Okay, I won't bother you with this nonsense anymore.
Cool.
Yes, good point. Yes. Thank you for the chat. Right, how do I buy stuff? Here.
A colourful display of
cigarettes and alcohol.
To inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Let's take the beer.
Here you go, mister.
Let's take another beer.
Here you go, mister.
Let's take another beer.
Mister.
Let's take some cigarettes.
Here you go, mister.
Thank you for saying here you go, mister, many, many, many times. Uses left 10. Oh. Well, I'm going to be giving some of it away, aren't I? Where are my cigarettes? Are they... They're going to be visible here. Okay, here they are. Oh, actually... No. Right-clicking does stuff as well. If I press tab. Right-clicking is so much quicker, everyone. And press it, like, remembering to press tab. What's this?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed.
I'm going to buy one.
No need to worry about knocking over a display.
Good for endurance, let's do it.
Here you go.
Why didn't you say mister? Okay, what's this?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint-Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Health. Morale. Morale. I've only got one thing for my health there, so let's get some of that.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Okay. Good spending today. And luckily I don't need 25 to sleep the night anywhere. Right. Are we going straight back over to the woman to see if we can persuade her with the skill point now? And changing some outfits. Let's do it. We failed a couple of times with her already though, which worries me. Here we go. So what do we need to do?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves
Suggestion.
don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Suggestion is here. Level up. Accept. 58%. But now, your name is ridiculous. Trusts the tenant. Just leave me alone about my name. Let's see. It's suggestion, isn't it? What's this saying? Why does it... Sleeping dock worker. Physical instrument challenge. I don't really get this when things pop up here. Are these just things that I've got going on? Or is this saying that this is unlocked now? And I can... Oh, is it? It's because I've unlocked... Right. This is telling me what things I'm able to do. These are the different checks that are available to try. Okay. But suggestion. So let's come back here. And let's go here. Any of these are good for suggestions. So far, I've got nothing working against suggestion. I know you can't see that perfectly behind my camera. There's nothing against suggestion. Have I got anything that can improve suggestion? I feel like I'd already have it on. That's minus. Negative. I feel like I'd already have it on from last time. Basically I've got a 50-50 chance. So I'm gonna take it, but that means I haven't got anything else to help me. I think I've got to take it, right?
Our tenant, the policeman.
58. I've had good luck. We deserve this, right? We need to make this progress, and it's going to happen right now.
Like ocean waves shaping the coastline, you will wear it down, pebble by pebble. Just be persistent.
Right, I'm going to say this, but I don't really think it's going to work. Sign it, or I'll have the RCM turn this place upside down. We're going to find something.
You catch the lieutenant's side glance, but he doesn't say anything.
Come on, sign it. Let's progress this part of the story.
What you'll find is poverty and abandon.
Damn.
Not much of a threat you've got there.
Damn it.
Save your breath, officer. This deal isn't going anywhere. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got this whole bucket full of rags to finish. That's my job. Maybe you should do yours?
We really should focus on some actual leads.
I've got to put more skill points into suggestion. Ah, that's annoying. So I think we failed on that three... Is it 3 times or is it just 2? I've got a feeling we failed on that 3 times now. The only thing I can think to do now is to actually kill some time and get Kim to go to bed so we can speak to Klaasje.
The worn and beaten wooden planks.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Oh, can I not pass time with Kim? Oh, we've been through this. Right, shall I read the book again? Use the interact button in inventory to inspect the book. Where's my book? Here it is. Look at the picture of the birds.
A cockatoo.
Right, sorry about this. This is going to be lots of clicking.
This book This is a yellow. Ooh.
Read more.
Despite its bang,
Read more.
perhaps in the word.
Is any time passing?
Despite its. This is a yellow. Ooh. You're right. This is a. Ooh. Despite its bang, perhaps in the word, perhaps in the word, perhaps in the
Time's passing.
You're right. You're right.
Is this a good thing to be doing?
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Maybe we can make a bit of a remix.
You're right. 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 Perhaps, in the words, where to even be pet owners, also it is not recommended. Where to
Time's passing so slow, everyone.
It is not recommended, despite its where to even pet owners, or it is not recommended. Perhaps, in the words of this is who, despite its perhaps the most impressive of all. In the words,
right, I'm going to stop that because that's I have a feeling that a lot of you will have got quite annoyed at me doing that. That's not what we want. I take off all my clothes. Yeah, maybe we just do this. Maybe we just do this. I mean, that's probably going to work against me, isn't it? Because we need that. That's a plus and a plus. That's a plus. Oh, look at this outfit. That's a plus and a minus. Let's only wear things that are pluses. That's a plus. That's a plus. It's a good look too. That's a plus. Look at this amazing outfit we're putting together. That's a plus. But so's that for perception. I'm just not gonna. Ooh, what's this? I don't really get that necktie. It doesn't look as good as that. Wear a shirt underneath. Yep, really into this outfit now. Can't put any. I mean, I could wear little shorts. No, the green. No, these gloves. Oh yeah, very cool. Right, look at my new look, everyone. I'm very happy with that. See what these things are saying. It's not helping. Look at the right clicking. Love it. Oh, let's go back over here and get another story. I don't feel like we've made much progress today. Sorry, everyone. Let's give some alcohol and get another story. I don't know why we have to go such a long way around.
Tequila Sunset.
Here we go.
Of course. Drink first, story later. Not much, but it will do.
Cute.
This last one is the most Martinet story I've ever heard. I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first, I thought it was a joke, to be honest. But I've been on the coast 8, 9 months now, and in that time, I've seen at least 3 expeditions come through, searching for something.
Okay, hit me with it.
A shovel hits the sand somewhere behind the reeds, near an abandoned construction yard. The young men look over their shoulders suspiciously. The sound of their digging seems loud in the sudden silence.
What kind of expeditions?
All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a bunch of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila, this thing's got a pull on certain kinds of people.
What exactly are we talking about?
Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking haggard and dejected. The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were fucking with me. There was no way it could be true. It was just too high concept, even for me.
Wait. There's no way. It can't be. Or can it?
I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile...
I can handle it. I can handle it.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there. Our story begins at a legendary design studio, right here in Martinez. There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. Made it big in Aranya, where he did some real pioneering work on grotesque and sans serif typography. A fucking genius, man. That is, if he even existed. Who knows? It's an urban legend, after all.
He existed, all right. You feel it deep within your basal ganglia. He was as real as you are.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about...
Anyway, sometime later he started his own personal studio here in Martinez. And that's when he started working on some really wild stuff. I'm talking some glass-smooth, forward-looking design language, the kind of thing that would totally overthrow the old regime, design-wise.
Okay.
But then something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer graphic design work go hand in hand.
So what happened to him?
You've got to understand, the work this guy was doing was so high concept that regular amounts of cocaine just weren't cutting it. By the end, they were bringing it in by the lorry load. Now, as you might imagine, snorting that much cocaine can't be healthy for a regular human, right?
Right. Wrong. Do it all the time.
All the time?
All day, baby.
Okay.
Hey, Tequila, pay attention.
Sorry, idiot Doom Spiral.
The story goes that one day he was balls deep in work on what he thought would be his pièce de résistance, an advert so minimal it contained neither text nor images, just pure white. Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white as a blizzard of cocaine."
What a stupid fucking idea.
But the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the autopsy, the coroner discovered nearly a quarter kilo of coke jammed into his nasal cavity. That's right. 250 grams of blow had accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high-grade Saramaritsian pure. Not that cut-rate shit your grandma does. There are those who believe the designer was buried with this quarter key of nose candy still lodged in his sinuses. That's what those expeditions are looking for.
What?
The cocaine skull.
Skull? Filled with cocaine?
The cocaine skull.
Wow.
No. Wow.
So why do people think the skull is here in Martinez?
Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of a world-famous design studio, was born in Martinez. A local boy, Martin Martinez.
Martin Martinez.
That's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they buried him here, too. Perhaps right under Ab's pipe there. Or probably further down the coast, or in some yard in Martinez proper. A hidden mausoleum, no one knows exactly.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lay somewhere on the islets on the bay.
This is ludicrous and physically impossible. Sinuses can contain that amount of anything.
You're probably right there, Kim.
Now, detective. Always the skeptic. My only question is, where does one get a shovel?
What do these expeditions plan to do with it? Rosemary, you said something about islets. What have you learned from the other expeditions? Rosemary, you said something about islets.
Don't listen to him or his grandma.
Okay.
He's just making things up.
Okay.
No, my grandma told me. I've heard other people say it too. That it's underwater. Or no. Maybe it was the storm sewers.
Oh.
Or maybe it's in the air. Or in an ancient state pyramid offshore.
In a pyramid? Now that would be something.
Are we going to try and find it? We should probably just take on these missions, shouldn't we? It's a good way to get achievements and points. And we need some stuff to do that we are able to do. Let's do it.
Whoa. Hold on just a minute. Finding it right now
We'll try.
is literally impossible.
We'll just try.
What?
Why?
For one, the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that lorry too. Yet, it is impassable.
Okay.
And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to be a big production to do the cocaine skull justice. You need new gear, people who know what they're doing, all kinds of provisions.
I would like to find the cocaine skull, though.
It's just not feasible within the economic and temporal frame of our current setup. Matter of fact,
minted.
Unless a bunch of money just falls out of the sky, we might never know what's up with that skull.
I will be minted.
I have to agree. We barely have what we need to solve the case we've got now. We can't afford to run around chasing after quasi-mythical pieces of drug paraphernalia.
I'd quite like to. I feel like I missed out on like a fun little side thing with the church and the music making people. I need this.
Besides, it would look extremely bad for the RCM to be caught up in something that has the word cocaine writ large on it. The PR is tricky on this.
Who cares? As an idiotic idea. Anyway, damn, that's too bad. So it's basically a no either way.
Wait, maybe there's another way.
Oh.
Maybe up around the coast?
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you. Who knows, though? Maybe someday we'll get our chance.
Any more stories?
Not that I can think of, currently.
Okay, makes sense. You've been drinking a lot.
That might be the case. Yeah.
See you later. Right, it's 8 o'clock. When does... Can we ask him to leave now? Nothing. The kids are still out playing. Let's go into the Whirling in Rags. See what's happening there. Maybe we go and see the sleeping dock worker. Although I can't really work out where they are. Sleeping dock worker. Where was the sleeping dock worker? I think by the docks. Maybe in here, in this bit. Right click. Oh. What's this? What's this feet here? Or is this some sort of glitch? I think that was a glitch of this person. Let's speak to this person again, though.
The woman is still hunched over the railing.
Okay, bye. Well, actually, no. Let's snack.
The woman is...
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
What are you hauling? Diamonds, really?
Of course not.
Okay, what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry.
That's good enough for me.
Know,
okay, bye. Yeah, sorry. Look at this carriage again. Oh, is anything else happened here?
This found A to Z, abandoned by its owner.
Open the door.
The smell of cigarettes intently closed the rust.
Sorry, we've done all that before. Should we have a look at this?
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island. It is surrounded by scaffolding that has been haphazardly erected around it.
Encyclopedia. I've got a chance of 42%. I lost out on a 58. So, in theory, this is another 50-50 chance because I lost out on a 58. But should we see if I've got any encyclopedia stuff? Clothing-wise? Hold on. Is this all my stuff? I wish there was a quicker way to see what you get off these things. I don't think any of them do encyclopedia, do they? That doesn't ring any bells. Okay. Right, I think we do it anyway. I wish I had a better view of this, by the way. Here we go. Okay. That all looks how it did earlier, didn't it? Let's try it. We deserve it. Don't we? Don't we deserve it, everybody? I deserve this.
An old monument stands, and even by the standards of
yes!
the kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
I'd rather have got the other one, but we'll take it. In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury.
Whoa.
Starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I'd like to sleep on gold, hustler style.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Interesting.
Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
Okay, where's he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled.
Who restored it?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's actually brilliant. Funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders.
Then what do they
with
know?
More nuanced social awareness than the young ironists.
What do they know, hey?
Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Or doesn't. Well, there we go then. That might be it for today. I'm just going to move these people here because, as you will have already seen, if I can get them there, this could be a good screenshot for the artwork for the YouTube, maybe. I don't know. We haven't met anybody new today or done anything particularly new. I like to have something that's a bit different, so maybe we'll get a picture of the statue. I think we're going to call it there. We've done an hour. We've got to wait. I think the next episode will be a good one because we should get to the stage where Kim goes to bed and we can actually make some progress on this fucking case by going to speak to Glacier. Hopefully we'll have, we'll be able to pass any checks that we need to be able to speak to her. Annoyingly, we've got to build up enough skill points again, or get a skill point to be able to try and persuade the old lady to sign the documents. And we've got a couple of other things. What else have we got? This one's difficult because I really don't know any other local kids. The monument hasn't done anything yet. Cardi Boys thing, we need to get some skill points as well. Yeah, we really need to make some progress. Let's do this quick. We were just going to go into the Whirling in Rags and just see if anything's changed in here, if there's any other opportunities. Maybe we'll have a quick chat with somebody in here before we go. Love my new outfit. Pretty busy in here now. Okay. Should we speak to this person?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Gay Revacholian nationhood on. We know what's behind the blue door now, don't we? let's say this. By the way, we speak Revacholian in Revachol.
Speak Revacholian?
This man is a foreigner.
We speak Suren. There is no such thing as the Revacholian language. But don't worry, your message remained clear.
Good.
The cook is still smoking, ash falling from between his fingers. His hands are large and clean.
Cool.
Good thing he didn't understand a word of your stupidity.
Okay, fine. Do you know what's behind the door?
He looks up at you, then looks away.
Okay, fine.
Shrugging his
Fine, let's leave. Cool, there you go, guys. So a little bit of extra bonus content there for you. We just came into the kitchen and were racist to the chef. And quite bigoted, really. But that's a nice end. I think we've learned to lean into that a little bit in this game since the uncomfortable feelings that I was getting initially when starting to play this game. Nice. There we go. Oh, maybe that's my screenshot, actually. You'll know. You will be watching this, seeing me talk about the statue and going, hold on a minute. That's not what you used. We use this. Look at this. I can get his head to move. 10 minutes of this? No. Quick save. I know it just did a quick save anyway, but let's go to the main menu. There we go. Thank you very much for joining me. Thanks for watching all the way through. If you did, let me know in the comments. Maybe we can have a little code word. Banana. Banana, banana. Please say banana, banana if you watched all the way to this to the end here, if you want. But thanks for watching. I'll be back with another episode of this next week. In the meantime, I've started playing The Forest on stream at twitch.tv/ad_ad_ad. First timer. Never played it before. Enjoying it. There's lots of scope to it. There's a lot to do. It's taken me a little while to get all the materials I need to build a base and things like that. But it's spooky. I'm interested in the story and where it goes. Yeah, I've streamed that 3 times now. So you can go and watch that if you want. I'll be streaming it again on Friday, which hopefully after this episode comes out, watch this, and then at 1:15 p.m. today I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming on Monday night, and I'll be streaming again on Tuesday afternoon. Thanks very much. I'll see you soon. Banana, banana.